TYTSports, everybody, welcome. Ben Mankiewicz along with Larry King. Larry, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. So, Francis Maxwell, our World Cup expert. So, now I've had some success. You can wager on the World Cup, and I betting on soccer is thrilling. First of all, the bet is over in an hour and a half, hour 45. Like, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
And I love the idea that you can bet a draw. And you can still bet the draw here in the knockout stage. You're essentially just betting the first 90 minutes plus injury time.
Yes.
So that said, I think, I don't know, I've made a little money on the World Cup.
A little?
A little, very little. But I'm so close to having made a tremendous amount of money. I just want to go over a couple things for you because, as you know, I believe there have been more goals scored after the 80th minute in this World Cup than any World Cup, or I don't know. I saw that written somewhere. I don't know whether that was...
Yeah, the amount of late goals that have been scored in this World Cup has been phenomenal.
So we started on June 15th. I had Ecuador and Switzerland tying, and Switzerland scored the frickin' goal after the 90th minute, right? Okay, I was like a tough break. U.S. and Ghana, I had the tie, right? Dempsey scored in the 86th or 87th minute.
Brooks scored
Brooks scored the winning goal, right?
Yeah, 86th minute.
Same thing with very late with Uruguay and England before Suarez had bitten anybody. That broke the tie. The heartbreaker was a bet at 13-1, plus 1,300 for the U.S. to beat Portugal 2-1. I'm on an airplane watching this game, right? God. And it was over. I had the biggest single win I have ever had in my life. It was over. I was shaking because not only did I have the U.S. to win 2-1, 13-1, I had the U.S. at nearly 3-1 just to win.
Yeah.
So we were bang bang. We were like having $1,800. We were all gonna party. We were gonna buy everybody dinner. I never won money like that. I don't bet that much. And then that thing happened. So, and I don't know anything about. It's funny. I know sports, and that has enabled me to understand this fairly quickly. Thanks in part to being able to talk to you. Like you can see what's wrong.
Yeah.
And what was wrong on that play was that Michael Bradley is bad at his job.
So,
like I got that very quickly.
It's because I said it in one of our videos. There's a guy in the bar next to me watching. He's going, "You got to start another offense. You got to start another attack." I like my accent good. And I was like, What are you talking about? It's not, you've got 2 minutes left in this game. You hit that ball to the corner and you sit there and hold that out.
Right. You sit and hold it out when you can. It's very impressive when they do it. Short of that, kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and you can't do that, but don't turn it over. So, like,
he passes it back the way, and that's when it gets intercepted.
Like, I watch NBA basketball. They gave up a fast break. Yeah. Like, they don't. That's the only thing not to do.
Him doing that is literally like the Spurs. Somebody just coming up and going like to LeBron, "Here, have a go."
It didn't
have a shot.
It was like he didn't even know that I'd made that bet. So, and then still, even this starting, it's still soccer. So you still think, well, they're not going to score.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was a mistake. Oh, this is bad. It's okay. Whatever. We'll stop this, and that'll be it. This is literally going to be the last thing. So I lost it there. Then it continued with, I believe, the next day, maybe 2 days later, I had the Greece-Ivory Coast tie, and they call a penalty in the 93rd minute. There's a penalty shot with no time. How is that possible? How did I lose that time?
I think we could have made 1 million views if we just had a video on Ben just as these decisions were made in the last minute.
And it was a good call. Like, I got that. I got that. But how was that? I was like, no. You know, I don't totally get the rules right away. So I'm like, is this going to be one of those ones where he just gets to shoot the ball from 2 inches in front? You know? And yep, sure enough, I'm like, oh, because I'm like, oh, he was in the box. Yeah. Oh, this is horrible. How did this? So I lose that tie. That was the bet there. Then yesterday, or I guess Saturday, I have 2 bets. Or yes, this was these were yesterday. Yeah. Instead of betting the draws, I bet Mexico to win and Costa Rica to win. The game, there was no time left. How does that happen? Thank God the Netherlands went ahead and won the game. Yeah. Because if I had, at least I didn't lose my standard bet was the draw.
Yeah.
And I went away from that. But I had Mexico to win. It was so nice. They were going to win. It was 80. There was 2 minutes to play. There was 2 minutes to play. And then I thought, well, it's okay because I got a little more. I have extra money on Costa Rica to win. There was no time left. And they were playing Greece. Greece didn't score the whole World Cup. Jesus, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 7 heartbreaking
right
game.
now.
And I've won bets, but I've won none of them in no dramatic wins.
If you need an advert for how unpredictable this World Cup would be, I think if you're a betting agency, you should definitely follow your life around, because this just proves how unpredictable this competition is.
And what's amazing is that I've made a little money.
Yeah.
So I am so close to being just like, the World Cup has made me thousands of... No. I'm glad I was able to tell the story on the air. I'm glad I got it off. I could not believe
It's comedy.
that I had the U.S. 2-1.
That
win
was
13-1.
Not only is your nation conceding a goal,
I don't
like,
give
to
a
go
shit
through.
about the nation. I don't
I
give
set
a
him up for that. I knew that was going to be the answer.
Did not care about that. I did then bet on us against Germany, but like that's no heartbreak there. I took that was like 750. It was 100 to win 750.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm like, this will be fun. I'll just who knows? Maybe Germany will phone it in. They'll get a little break at the end, but I expected to lose that.
Are you going to bet on the USA-Belgium game?
I don't know. I think I probably bet the draw.
Yeah, a draw. I think it could be a good call.
Yeah.
I think a 1-1 could be out there for you fans if you want to stick it on. I think 1-1 could be it.
Ben, did you take Suarez 175 to 1 to bite somebody in the World Cup?
Was that a real bet?
Someone
That was
bet
a real bet, yes.
$5 and you won 750.
That's fantastic.
And someone to bite.
Oh,
You're
that's
more likely to be bit by Suarez than you are a shark now, apparently, according to statistics.